It's the same thing that's going to happen in the cryptocurrencies. Metaverse, everyone's going to go buy it. To keep it simple, because there is so much definition out there. There's so much complication that we can get on this topic. To keep it simple, I like to keep things simple. To keep it simple, guys, the metaverse is the evolution of the internet. It's still the internet, but it's the next phase of the internet. And to make it simpler, the internet is a 2D platform because we're watching it basically on 2D. You have length and then you have width, right? 2D. Now, the metaverse will be the internet in 3D, right? So that will be a perfect way to explain in a nutshell, very super simple, what is the internet. And I'll give you an example. And there is so much you can do with 3D. And the metaverse gives you a full option. So you basically have your sense of visual. Mark Zuckerberg also give another great definition. It was saying, into the internet, you're basically watching the experience. In 3D internet, you are part of the experience. You are in the experience. If you're watching a video in the metaverse, you actually can turn around any 360 degrees and watch the entire environment where that video was taken. So yes, that's what the metaverse will be, guys. Yesterday, if you guys were in the stream, I did mention, guys, that you could look into the game Ready Player One. That will be a perfect movie that will explain to you and show you what is possible in the metaverse. And I think in 20, 25 years, that's where we will be. That's where we will be. That's what the metaverse is. Let me give you a concrete example, because this can be applied in so many different industries, like online shopping, for example. So I'm going to share with you my screen, and I'm going to share with you like an online store that I have. I'm pretty sure any one of you guys can create an online store. If you don't know how, they ask me on the Discord. You can join me on the Discord as well. The metaverse will create different possibilities out there that will really increase the experience, the connections, what is possible online, and so on. So this is an online store that I have where I sell shirts like this one, for example, the sweater. So this is it right here. So this is a 2D version of my online store, and that's what is possible on the internet right now. Now, Internet 2.0 does not have an integrated payment system in it, right? So now you probably heard about the Internet 3.0. The Internet 3.0, that's what the crypto world is allowing the internet to be. Internet 3.0, it's basically the communication layer of the internet added with a payment system. So now, basically, and when this payment, if you buy this sweater right here, I would have to interact with a bank or maybe a Stripe account, something that allows the money transfer to go from this store or from your credit card to a third party. Then the third party send it to my own bank, and then I have it. Now with the Internet 3.0, we have the crypto world. Basically, it goes from your wallet to my wallet, and that happens very fast, and there is no need for a third party. Now in the metaverse, not only we will have basically the Internet 3.0 with the payment system, which will create tons of opportunity when it comes to economy, but instead of seeing the store here and you're seeing the store in 2D, you will be in a world that I create where you can see the shirts. So basically, if you want to know if the large shirt will fit you, well, you can basically go in my metaverse, my universe, that will be my store online. You basically put your avatar in that store, and your avatar has your natural height, it has a natural weight and all that measurements. So if you want to try the large shirt on my store, you basically put it on the metaverse, and if it fits you on the metaverse, it will fit you in the real life. You can basically buy it straight from your account to my account, and then it will be shipped in your location. So that would be a basic concepts of what the metaverse will be and how you can see the distinction between what we have now and what it will be. And there is so many things you can do with the metaverse. Like, it's not just online store; it can change the way you work. Right now, and we'll talk about that and how it's going to affect your life. Well, when we're talking about remote, right? We're talking about the remote world, how everyone is, and again, in 2020, CV-19 accelerated this trend. Now it's more acceptable for a business to let you work from home. There are companies right after the March 2020, they're putting in the resume that, hey, we'll let you stay home, work as much as you want from home. And now we even have the concept of virtual companies. There are companies people never met in real life, but they meet on Zoom, they meet on Google Chrome or Google Meet. They're using platforms like this to have meetings, and then they use Slack, right? They never meet in person. Something like that in a metaverse, well, a virtual company can actually create an entire office in a virtual world exactly like they want. Maybe they can have like their conference room, their own office, and then people just log in, and then the employer knows exactly when people are in work, when people are out of work. And then, yes, you don't necessarily need to type things anymore. You can just speak, and then everything will be typed for you. They might not even need a keyboard on that internet, right? The metaverse internet, you might not even need a keyboard. You might just have to speak to it, and then you get the feedback right away. So there's a lot that could be made from metaverse. Now, the metaverse is huge. It consists of an addition of augmented reality and virtual reality. Augmented reality, it's kind of like a way to bring the physical world into the metaverse, or it's also a portal that serves as a link between the two worlds, between the physical world and the metaverse, the virtual world, right? So that's what the augmented reality is. And that's going to be have so many implications, so many use. For example, surgery. You could have a glass, for example, and then you're seeing someone's open up the heart and everything else, and then you can see like indications and maybe instructions, visual instructions on where exactly you could make that cut, that surgery, or maybe you're sewing something like something inside of that person, and it can show you the direct visual instructions on what to do if you want to do something like that. So that's what's possible with and maybe, for example, maybe you have a famous surgeon somewhere in Australia, right? This guy can't really go on person in California, but with and we'll talk about that. But with augmented reality, maybe he can wear a glass, maybe he can show on a mannequin or like a fake body what to do, and the person who's doing the surgery in California can actually understand and learn from that in person, see it in these glasses, and apply it in real life. There's many ways that he can improve education, he can improve connections, meetings, and the industry as a whole. Any industry can benefit from the metaverse, the next version of the internet. So just think about how influential the internet was in 1995 and so on, right? That's basically where we are right now. Right now in the metaverse, we are in 1995 when the concept of internet was being introduced to the public. And imagine you're investing in companies that were taking full benefit of the internet and the power of internet, right? 10 years later, you had Facebook, you had Google. This company really took full advantage of the power of internet. So that's where we are right now. Right now, we have companies that are very early on in the game. We're trying to figure out which one is going to be the Facebook, which one is going to be the Google of the metaverse, right? That's what we're trying to figure out. But before we get there, just like what happened in 1995, there was a boom. Everyone was interested in the internet. And then in 1999, we had a crash, right? The internet crash, a major crash. What happened is the market started booming. People were coming up with random ideas for internet companies, and then the stock market would go blasting up. People just the word alone, internet companies, people were buying it. It's the same thing. Meme coins, everyone's buying it. It's the same thing that's going to happen to cryptocurrencies. Metaverse, everyone's going to go buy it. So all that is going to create a boom. And if you understand that, you understand the power of trend, you can place yourself to make some money out of it. Even though you haven't found the real company that will be the next Google of the metaverse, the next Facebook of the metaverse, maybe at least you can make some 10x, 100x in some crypto projects out there that are talking about metaverse. And that's basically the opportunity that what they're about the metaverse. If you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here where you can find the entire Wealth Engineering podcast. Click right here and we'll see you on the next one.